So I'm a big fan of the ceiling fan. I think it's a little underappreciated in modern society. People go straight for the air conditioning. But sometimes you just need the gentle breeze. And you don't need the conditioning of the air. Hello and welcome back to Dodge, Parry and Roll, your fortnightly Australian independent video game and existential crisis show. I am your host for today, Joshua Vinnie, joined by... he's wearing a hat. Vinny Chens. How are you, Vinny?
I'm good, man. You know why I'm wearing a hat?
Still no
haircut? See it?
What?
I'm going full crazy.
You're going like Kramer.
I'm going full Kramer.
Full Kramer. What's the deal? Are you trying to grow it out, or you just refuse to get a haircut?
A little bit of both. I've gone. My call was I will get a haircut when I move into the house, which people who don't know, I'm working on a house. So, and it's just taken a lot longer than I thought. So, but I made a promise to myself, and I'm keeping it. So my hair is just growing longer and longer.
You're a man of rules, aren't you?
Yeah, I do love a good rule. Yeah.
I hate.
Hey,
rules.
how you doing?
I'm good. I feel like it's only been a fortnight, but it feels like I haven't spoken to you in a long time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, life's just been... I think we were messaging back and forth with the whole disc... PlayStation, the whole disc fiasco. Obviously, we had the episode last time, but... yeah, I've been good. It's just been like a blur the last few weeks. I was just saying before the show, my son Nathan, he's come down with the flu. So I think it's the flu. That's just what I say when people, he's sick. What has he got? The flu. He's got a bit of a fever. He's a little sooky. So we're just dealing with that. Jordan's, we're starting giving him solids. Like he's growing up, and it's just like time is.
How old is he now?
He's 6 months in 3 days.
Yeah, that flew by real fast.
Real fast. And I just had my leave approved for the end of the year. So from second last week of October, I'll be off until basically the end of January. So I'll be stay at home dad. That's
a lot of time off. And that's like GTA era of time if you want to play it.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. It's funny, I've got these like pivotal memories of let me think. Nathan was born. I remember when Naomi was in labor with Nathan, like when she started labor. And obviously, for those who have had kids, like early labor's not like rush to the hospital type thing. It's like, that hurt. And it's like, okay. And then it's like, I think I'm in labor. I'm like, okay. But I was playing Alan Wake at the time. And I remember she came into the room. She's like, okay, I think I'm in labor. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what do you want to do? And she's like, no, like, I'm fine. We're just like, I called my boss. He's like, yeah, obviously take the day off or whatever, start your leave.
Did you just, as you're playing Alan Wake, you give him a call saying...
I should be working right now, but I'm not. Yeah. And, I just remember, like, she's like, just carry on. I'm like, okay. And I remember distinctly finishing Alan Wake 1 whilst Naomi was in early labor. So
wow.
That's a key memory. But yes, you're right. I will be off for Grand Theft Auto, which is...
like probably the most anticipated game of the generation
of the last 20 years. Some might say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think I've got a pretty good like mix thing going on. Like Naomi will be going back for 3 days a week, so there'll be 2 days we're home together. So that'll be like co-parenting, as you would say. Yep. I'll have 2 days where I'm primary carer, and then on the Friday we're gonna alternate between my parents and her parents, so we can start. Because Jordan hasn't really been adjusted to being watched by anyone that isn't us, like, for an extended period of time. Yeah. And plus, it gives me 1 day a week. So... yeah.
You can actually have some gaming. What about some, husband and wife time? What about that instead of...
Yeah, I mean, that will occur. That occurs. We try to do... something at least once a month, just Naomi and I.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Keep the romance alive,
Yeah. Well, the romance is dead, but you keep something going. We did that. I think last month we went to dinner and went to Nick and Nora, which is like a really nice cocktail bar. I think you might have recommended that, which I've been there a few times. It was funny. I don't think I told you what happened that night, but I mixed up the parking and where we were eating versus where we were drinking were like a good 15, 20-minute walk, which would have been fine, except it was torrential rain. And we forgot the umbrella in the car. And by the time we got out of the car park, we parked at Crown. By the time we kind of got out, we were already running late because of the parking situation. And we had to make a call. It's like, if we go to the car park, we're going to miss our booking here. Like, go back. And we weren't even sure that there was an umbrella in the car. So we did. We were on the tram. You know, she's running in high heels. She's got the jacket over her head. Yeah, I don't know if she was too impressed by the end of it.
Yeah, no, probably not. It's like I wanted to take you out on a date, and then it's just the weather. Sometimes you just can't predict the weather.
Yeah, exactly. I tried, but yeah, things are good, man. Things are just moving, and it'll be the end of the year before we know it. But what about the house stuff? You were kind of telling me before. It's all systems go. Get your kitchen getting delivered. What's happening?
Yeah. So I put deposits on like kitchen, got my flooring delivered. It was funny. So I picked up my flooring with Sam, and we took my dad's Ute. And how do you feel about driving like unfamiliar cars? Because I'm always like a little bit skeptical. Like I'm getting better with the Ute, but it's like a Ute. It's not my Mazda 3. You know what I mean? It's a slightly beefier boy.
Yeah. That doesn't bother me. I've been around cars too much, so it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm always like used to driving like one car, and I can drive all cars confidently, but you know your bearings, you know your limitations on a car. So and like this Utes are long, they got the long tray and it just sticks out. It doesn't fit in a regular parking space.
Yeah.
So we went to go pick up the flooring, and my dad's like, all right, this tray can hold a ton. I'm like, I don't need a ton, it's fine. Go to pick up the flooring. Guy, I'm like, how big's the pallet? He's like, oh, it's about a ton. And I'm like, okay. He's like, and about 30 kilos more. I'm like, yeah, that should be fine. And you just see,
the
like
suspension.
when he just forklifted it on and drops it, you just see this thing just go, boom.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is it gonna break? Like I felt like I had to lean forward so the truck would like pop wheelies. But got it to my place fine. It was only like a 5-10 minute drive, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, just getting a lot of bits and pieces sorted, trying to finish as much stuff as we can. We primed 2 rooms, so like the 2 rooms that we're not really touching, and then got my AC units put in. I got split systems. That's fine. I don't like the way they look, but they were cheap and affordable.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean,
the whole government rebate thing.
Yeah, we were gonna get. I'm trying to remember now. So in our first place, we had split systems, right? We had one in the main area, one in our bedroom. Here we've got cooling in the house, but then we just put fans in, like ceiling fans in the other bedrooms, which we laugh because as kids we never had. Yeah. We didn't have ducted cooling in my parents' house, right? They got split systems put into their living room. And my parents had a ceiling fan. My sister and I had nothing. We went.
You guys were sweating.
We were sweating through those summer nights, and I just can't believe we used to do that. Like, and no one thought to say like, God, get these guys. Like I think we had like a fan or whatever, but it's like,
yeah.
You really let us like
slum it
for a very long time. So I'm a big fan of the ceiling fan. I think it's a little underappreciated in modern society. People go straight for the air conditioning. But sometimes you just need the gentle breeze. And you don't need the conditioning of the air.
That's it. But also, did you know that ceiling fans have 2 functions? And they're using the 2 functions. One to suck hot air out and one to bring the cool air down.
Yeah, so there's a reverse function. So when you have your heater on and you put that on, it distributes the air as opposed to like beaming it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is important because I'm under our heating vent. And I overheat quickly. And having the heat just beam down on me, I'm like, not a big fan.
Not a big fan. So anyway, this is a video game podcast.
Yeah. What have you been playing, Vinny?
So I've been playing a couple of things between my home renovations. So we were looking for a chill game to play, so Sam suggested we play Pokemon Snap, the Nintendo 64 version. Played on the Switch online. Fun game. Like, if you've never played before, it's just like a quick little easy, like, it's almost like a rail shooter, but instead of, shooting guns, you're shooting photos. And you're just trying to take the best picture you can of a certain Pokemon, and you can make it, call it over, disrupt it with a piece of food, or use the poker flute, or there's like a disruptor ball, and you just want to like get it in a good pose and like knock it out of place or knock it inside. It was fun. Very, very quick game. Like I've seen people talk about this game, how it's like the bee's knees. It was like a 6, maybe a 4-hour game total to like beat it. But it was fun. The replayability is good because you have to do a couple of runs over and over again. Enjoyable. I want to play the Switch one as well eventually, but it was nice for a little afternoon. After that, still playing Mina the Hollower up to the last bit. I think I'm really getting into it now. I'm up to the mirrors at this point, so I assume this is
you're
the
very
last,
close. Yeah. Did
Yeah.
my feedback of it gets easier over time resonate?
I'm still dying a lot.
Okay.
I'm still not very good at the game, but I'm loving the game. It is such a sense of accomplishment to actually finally beat a boss and do the platforming. And I'm also really glad it's the modern style of like it's a Game Boy game, but based on modern styles where there is no life counter because I would be absolutely gassed if I had a life counter.
Yeah. Did you get the spark where you can revive yourself? After
100%.
You need that. Yeah.
That thing come in clutch.
Yeah.
And on that, Sam and I are still chirping through Kingdom Hearts 1. Finished. I played through all of Atlantica because that is not a very good level.
Yeah.
And I figured she's struggling with the mechanics already, so don't need to add.
God, you get lost. You don't know where you're going. Stupid dolphins, hard to cling on to.
Yeah. Exactly. So I didn't want to put her through that as a deterrent. So she watched me play it, and now we're up to Halloween Town. So she's playing through that one. She quite likes it, being
about
spooky
70%
and all.
through.
Yeah, I'd say about 70% through.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you playing?
Yeah, not too much. I've just been kind of. I had such a. We'll talk about it later when we get into our main topic. Around like some of the best games of the year. It's like I've had a really good run, and I'm taking it somewhat easy because August is there's like September specifically it goes insane. But August I'm excited to play Beast of Reincarnation, which is Games Freak. Yeah,
Game Freak.
Game Freak's new game, which is apparently previewing really well. And then we've got Tokon Fighters kind of releasing very closely in the Metal Gear collection. So August is like already stressing me out, basically.
Yeah.
So instead of playing kind of something new, I've kind of gone back to a series that I re-kicked off this year, and it's Kingdom Hearts. So I'm about maybe 4 hours into Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm just in Dragon's Land, the Mulan part.
Oh, yeah.
The first.
Yeah, so you're like the first Disney World.
First Disney World. And boy, I forgot how slow the opening is for Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, yeah. Playing as Roxas, that is a slow burn.
I'm like, I remember this being an hour to 2 hours when I started. I'm like, I can get through this. And it's like day 1, day 2, day 3. And I'm like, oh.
It's like a 6-7 hour tutorial. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm 4 hours in, and I'm probably mostly through the Mulan area. So I would say there's a good 3 hours of just straight Roxas stuff. And there's some like, intriguing parts of it all. But it is just crazy to me how when I was a kid, I went from Kingdom Hearts 1 to 2. And now, knowing obviously not fully understanding the story, but I've played or watched through Chain of Memories, understand the lead up into Kingdom Hearts 2. I often think about what I was experiencing as a kid. Because I remember loving Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, I've got such vivid memories of that ending. I've got vivid memories of, like, some of the peak boss fights and, like, some of the world design. And it is crazy going back and being like, this isn't as big as I remember, right? Like, even the Mulan area, it's like...
No, it's quite open.
Yeah, it's just one area, and then it's like the training area, and then it's like the mountain. And it is crazy how when you were a kid, you kind of like,
it looks bigger in your eyes.
Bigger in your eyes.
Like
but I'm enjoying it. But brother, that beginning is so slow. Oh my God.
So there's someone's modded. So on if you get Kingdom Hearts on PC, which I know you would never do, someone's modded it where you can straight up skip the tutorial. If you wanted to start a file again, you could start straight from Sora's Awakening, and you'd start at level 10.
Yeah.
And it's like they've hacked it to just skip all that stuff if you chose to skip it.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty interesting. It's a nice little quality of life thing if you want to, do you want to skip the tutorial? You say yes, and you end up as Sora.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the game still holds up. Like, in terms of... I mean, it's clearly a PS2 game in its core, because it is. But it still holds up from... Like, the music's still incredible.
Yeah.
Art design carries the game. And I think the combat is... I think now Kingdom Hearts 3 combat is ingrained in my mind and how quick it is. And you still get a sense of that with Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, you get the... Is it the motion... What's it called?
The reaction commands.
Reaction commands, which is realistically press triangle. But...
Yeah.
It's a lot more mobile. You're in the air. The modes you unlock is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna play through Kingdom Hearts 2. Then probably after that, I think I've got to watch the cutscenes to 382 over whatever.
Yeah, 358 over 2 days.
Yep, which is the lead up into Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I'll stop there, and then I'll play with whatever, and then I'll go back to the PSP games, which is
Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep, which I haven't played before and I've heard is incredible. So
It's so fun.
yeah. So yeah, I've just been playing around with Kingdom Hearts 2, so nothing too crazy there.
I'm excited for you to play Birth by Sleep. I really enjoy those games. But yeah.
Yeah, and then what's this? There's a prologue to Kingdom Hearts 3 that I never even played. Where you play as the characters
Aqua.
Yeah.
You just played Aqua.
Is this 2.8 thing I'm hearing?
That is Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Birth by Sleep, A Fragmented Path. That's what it's called.
Great. So
Why?
I need to... Who knows? So I got to play that. So I play Birth by Sleep. Then I go into Kingdom Hearts 3? Or is there something in between it?
There's Coded.
Coded?
Which is cutscenes only.
Cutscenes, yeah.
If you want to watch the Union Cross Dark Roads cutscenes as well for the mobile games to give you a little bit more understanding before going into 3, which is all in that disc.
Is this
it's
all on the
collection.
2.8 collection? I've got the 1.5 plus 2.5 currently.
Yeah, it's in the 2.8 collection.
Okay. So I'll finish 2. I will watch the cutscenes to 348 over 2 days.
Yeah, and Coded.
And Coded. Oh, I'll watch Coded as well before Birth by Sleep.
You can watch both. I mean, like, Birth by Sleep, because it's a prequel, you don't really need to watch them.
I want to go in order of release. So that's why I'm playing 2 before I play 348, whatever.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to finish 2, watch 340, whatever, then play Birth by Sleep, then watch
Yeah.
whatever. God.
Recoded. So Coded originally was that mobile game.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously it got remade because nobody played the mobile game.
Mm-hmm.
So Coded also came out in 2010 as well as Birth by Sleep. So we got 2 Kingdom Hearts games in 2010.
Okay. All right. I gotta figure this out. I'll just get through 2 first, and then I'll.
And then just a little fact check. 2 days was 2009. So yeah, you definitely go on 358 over 2 days first.
Yep.
Then either Coded or Birth by Sleep, dealer's choice.
Where does Coded play into the timeline?
It plays just before... it's the message... At the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, you get that message from the king.
Mm-hmm.
It's between 2 and the end of that secret message.
Okay, so it probably makes sense to go to that first before I play...
Yeah, probably.
Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. And then, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, that leaked trailer... It looked... You could be, you could be astronauts? I don't know, like submarine divers? There were...
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
The Kingdom Hearts lore is insane. Like, I feel like... I'm not sure if you've seen that Always Sunny thing of Charlie Day, and he's got the...
the string?
The string dive. Yeah, that is Kingdom Hearts. You're trying to explain it to Sam, and like I'm happy she's only playing 1 right now. Like I don't like the lore is too crazy to be like I get confused. I'm trying to understand it right now, and I'm getting confused.
It's ridiculous. There's like a bad guy, and then he like takes the body of a good guy, and that creates the first bad guy, and then that guy has a heartless and a nobody, and then they're actually taking the name off this other guy who like found the heartless, and his name's Ansem as well, but he's Ansem the Wise.
Yep.
But he's also Diz.
Yep. It just doesn't make any sense. And then at the end of they added time travel just to really throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, and then there's always Sora, and then there's Roxas, but then there's Ventus, and Ventus looks like Roxas, but then Sora's... There's this other bad guy who looks like Sora.
Yeah, Vanitas.
Vanitas.
For some reason. There's no reason... I think there's no reason that he actually supposed to look like Sora, but he does look like Sora for some reason. Don't know why. Seems like it's like just for the character model's sake, like we're using an asset is what it feels like.
Yeah. One funny story is, before we move on, it's so funny having Naomi hear this game go on in the background with no context. So she'll just hear like a character talking, and then it's like, gosh, and Donald's there. She's like, what is this?
What is this?
I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. I can't help you. All right. Moving on. I thought, given we're 7 months, nearly 8 months into the year, it'd probably be worth having a quick discussion on Game of the Year and what our most anticipated games are for the remaining few months left for 2026. So, Vinny, so far, 2026, I would say, has been a fantastic year. But I thought we'd maybe talk through maybe our 3, whatever current front runners for our personal pick for Game of the Year. And then interested in your thoughts if any of those games you have picked you think will also be in the Jeff Keighley Game of the Year at the end of the year. Obviously not knowing what those are and what's coming, but you know, what's your gut telling you? So where do you want to start?
I'll go with first my front runner for Game of the Year. And it is, for me, it's Mina the Hollower. I think this game is just, like I said, it just hit. It feels like a game. And I just can't explain what I mean by that. It's a game that has no waypoints. You find your own way. It's going through, like, I'm not feeling anything like a tutorial, or I feel like I'm not getting like sidelined into you have to go this way. It's non-linear. I feel a great sense of accomplishment beating the bosses in this game as well, and just a satisfaction. It's very similar to how I felt playing Elden Ring, but the really nice warm feeling of playing a Game Boy game, like the nostalgia is real. And I played a lot of retro this year, so I don't have many. Like, I've also played a fair bit of new, but not as much as you, I don't think. So that's my front runner. Game of the Year, Mina the Hollower. I think it will be shown in the Game Awards, and I think it will win Best Indie, I think.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a given. In terms of what my runner-up is, 007 First Light.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of crossover.
Similarities?
Yeah.
The reason why I think it doesn't hit as hard is because I felt it felt like I was playing a movie, but I wanted to play a game. The montage scene at the start we spoke about was very nice, like the quick little sequence.
You see Malta?
You see Malta. And then the end was a bit of a letdown with the boss, which we'd say that doesn't need to have a boss because you can just play a mission. A mission could be the boss. But all in all, the overall experience, I really enjoyed it. It gave me that little bit of Uncharted that I'm missing. Yeah. But that's it for me. I guess third would be Saros, but it was like one of the better games I played this year. But just for holding third place, it was pretty good, but not nowhere near in the same caliber as Mina.
Do you think either Mina, 007 or Saros will be in the Jeff Keighley 6 games of the Game of the Year at the end of the year?
I reckon 007 might. I think it did very well. I'd love to see Mina up there, but I don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't think
I think out of the 3 that I have, I think 007 will be up there.
Yeah, I agree. And we've got a lot of crossover on my list. So very similar, like my Game of the Year personally is a mix between two. It is either Mina the Hollower or Pragmata, but let's maybe touch on Mina the Hollower first. You know, I've spoken, I love Yacht Club games. Like, it's funny when I when the whole PlayStation disc thing happened, and I went back to my PS3 and re-downloaded all the digital games, I actually forgot that I had Shovel Knight on PS3 because I believe it might have even been cross-buy when I brought it for Vita, but that's where my original save was, and I just didn't have the memory of playing it on PS3 for some reason. But yeah, Mina the Hollower, it is really, like you said, a gamer's game, and it doesn't lean into its stylings in a way that feels redundant. And what I mean by that is it could have easily looked and felt like a Game Boy game, and it doesn't. It looks like a modern version of what one would look like, but it plays a lot more sophisticated.
Yeah, for sure.
The way that the maps intertwine, the levels are laid out, the open-endedness of it all, the gameplay, which has kind of like a rigid old school feel in terms of like Mina can't hit diagonally, for instance, but then you've got this like fluid motion of movement that you can do as you're kind of and
you can cut diagonally.
Yeah, so Yacht Club do really cool, I think, character designs and world designs. Like, I've got the Shovel Knight amiibo. I'm hoping we get a Mina amiibo. I'm hoping we get a physical release of the game because I will buy it because I've got the Shovel Knight one. And yeah, I just feel like they've got such a unique feel to it. Like, Yacht Club games, just the way that they do characters, like the weird random character who's like a pile of meat that steals from you, that you beat up into like a smaller piece of meat and then you put him back together. Like, that's such a random.
Say the sorry to cut you off, but the rabbit who turns into a dragon and just flies away. I'm like,
the fly guy. I don't know if there was a secret. Like, there's a million secret bosses in this game. There's a guy who's basically this fly with like these little poo flies around him. That if you beat, you actually unlock that skill. There's a bar that you can't get to unless you burrow under an NPC that is walking at the same time. Like, just all these little unique things.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah, so as an NPC walks in, if you burrow in under that NPC, the security guard won't see you. So all these little things that are like hidden, most people wouldn't experience, is so much like that in the game. And yeah, big fan of Mina. Do I think it'll be nominated for Game of the Year? No. Just shows how strong this year is. My runner-up, or also my Game of the Year, kind of mixes, is Pragmata as well, and that's out of Capcom. Now, this is a game that's was announced alongside the PS5. It's been in development for a very long time. And, I've spoken about the game before, so I won't belabor the point, but the one thing I think is super interesting about this game, particularly when it's compared to some of Capcom's other games that are coming out or have come out, like Resident Evil and then Onimusha later this year, is it's a new IP and is unique in the sense you've got this hacking mechanic on top of this third-person shooting action game. So I hope Pragmata sees some love. I do worry, though, and we're going to talk on a game that we think might be overlooked. I worry it will be overlooked due to the caliber of games coming out this year.
There's a lot of stuff coming out this year.
Yeah, and some might argue some of the biggest stuff and best stuff hasn't released yet, and that's what's coming out in September, October, November. And then I would say 007 is probably my third pick for very similar reasons than what you said. I think this is a really this is the game where I think the sequel will be nominated for the Game of the Year. If they fix some of the minor things that the minor squabbles people have with the game, the sections where you're driving or flying or things like that can use some tweaks. The gunplay can use some tweaks, and then how you can kind of abuse the systems. Like I said, when I was playing it, I was like, all right, I'm just going to throw my gun and melee through this room.
Oh yeah, I did that so many times.
Typically won't shoot you if you're engaged in melee combat. So all those little bits and pieces that I think sequel will be will be there. So yeah, they're my three current top runners. In terms of game that we think will be overlooked, like I mentioned, Pragmata, and I think even Saros to some degree. Did you have a game that you maybe one that you haven't even got to yet that you think people seem to love it? I just don't think is going to get the flowers it deserves.
For me, it's Pacopia. I think Pacopia is...
Yep.
Pacopia, and this is generally the way that you see it with most like Game of the Year awards. if they peak too early in the year, they kind of get forgotten about towards the end.
Yeah, it's hard for
this
a
game. Yeah. So this game is like an Animal Crossing, essentially. It's people are loving it. It is such that it is that cozy game, which I feel like cozy games don't get the love they deserve sometimes. I mean, we joked about it on a previous podcast with like Animal Crossing, during the COVID years. Like we thought like that should be game of the year because that defined the lockdown. But they're not but they're the games that almost don't seem to be taking themselves that don't get taken seriously at the Game Awards. Yeah. They will get. I think Pacopia will get an award.
Best family game or something like that.
Yeah, definitely best family game. But I think they'll get overlooked for Game of the Year. Considering how well it's done, it is the highest rated Pokemon game, I think, ever. So, which is out of 30 years of Pokemon games, it's pretty crazy that the one that is a non-mainline game will achieve that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that one's going to get overlooked.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Our most anticipated games that haven't released yet, that are set to release this year or rumored to release this year. I want to throw two at you first.
Yep.
They're not on my list or yours, but interesting picks nonetheless. Both Nintendo, funny enough. The new rumored Metroid, Ravenous, which has been leaked by, I believe,
Brazilian
the Brazilian
rating
board. 2D Metroid. We know how much I loved Metroid Dread.
Dread was fantastic.
Metroid Dread's fantastic. If Mercury Steam are making this, I would imagine so, given they worked with Nintendo on Dread. Set to release this year, apparently.
Yeah, that's insane. I don't think Nintendo's got a lineup this year. It's so many games are happening this year.
It just doesn't feel like it. Like if they have this and they have Ocarina of Time remake, which is also set for this year. In fact, I believe it's even confirmed for this year. Potentially what's the From Software game? Dusk
Bloods.
Like that's a pretty. I mean,
I'm sure I'm missing Pokemon coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just doesn't feel it. Like I've got a Switch 2 and I'm not even keen for it. I just feel like I'll get them when they release, but I mean, people should be potentially excited for this type of stuff. Like these are like things people want. I mean, Metroid, I'm excited for, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. So you'd say the two that are on the list for you are Metroid and Ocarina? Are those the two?
Just ones I wanted to call out. I've got my list of 3 games. You've got your list of 3 games. So you got 4, but that's fine.
No, there's 3.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
one's
a big name.
Yeah. All right. You go first.
Yeah, for sure. So there are. I think the first one on my list, and this is probably off me playing a lot of retro stuff and playing through Kingdom Hearts again. I'm not sure if you've seen much about this game, but it's called Dusk Fade.
Yes.
And it plays like a 3D platformer of the PS2 era. It's got very similar vibes to playing like original Jak and Daxter to like Kingdom Hearts. There's a lot of love in this game, and it seems like a passion project that has turned, like an indie studio has made this passion project, and it looks like it is going to do very well. I played the demo. I played it on PS5. I really enjoyed it. I thought the gameplay was smooth but fun, and not too difficult, but very enjoyable. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this would be the one. It comes out next month. It comes out in like August 13th or something.
Yeah, not a good. Yeah. There's no good time to release any game this year. Yep.
No. But I'm very keen to play that one. Like that's the one I'm gonna in a game I'm gonna play in August. It's gonna be that one.
Interesting. Yeah, I downloaded the demo and I only played for maybe half an hour, and I'm like, this feels. I mean, I understand it's probably not got a large budget and things like that. It just seems a little Unreal Engine testy.
It is Unreal Engine testy.
It is. Yeah. It just felt a little floaty to me. I'm like, it just looked like it was a bit more tighter and snappier when I had seen some of the trailers for it. But it was obviously the beginning of the game. So yeah, I'll reserve judgment. But
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
I'm a fan of the games it's inspired from. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that's an interesting pick.
And yours?
Let's start. Let's go in release order.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Okay, so Blood of Dawnwalker is my first pick. This is out of a team called Rebel Wolves. They're made up of a lot of ex-CD Projekt Red Witcher 3 developers, which I haven't played the Witcher games before. I felt like a fake fan going straight into 3, so I just never really gave it a crack. But I'm a big fan of vampires. Mm-hmm. You'll see 2 games with vampires on my list. And I am a fan of new IPs, open world, action RPGs.
Yep.
Choice and consequence. It's ticking a lot of boxes for me. So yeah, Blood of Dawnwalker, it releases in early September, I believe. It seems really interesting, and it's an action RPG with some choice and consequence stuff that I really like. Like, for instance, there was an early preview of the game, and the game begins, and there is this ceremony happening, and this lady you find on the street, and it's a side mission. She was tasked. This is just me trying to remember everything, because I kind of looked at it but didn't spend too much time because I didn't want to get the game spoiled for me. But she was tasked on creating a flag of some sorts for the church for this ceremony. The church in this game, I think, is run by vampires, so it's not, and the side mission is, hey, someone has stolen this flag from me. And then you obviously choose to engage in helping her find it or not, right? And the splinter effects that happen of that. So if you choose to ignore that NPC and not interact with that side mission, unlike a lot of games where you just didn't do the mission, the game moves on, the events will still play out. So when you enter into the church, you'll see her hanging at the front of the church because the flag was not found.
Okay. Yeah,
and
okay.
She, time moves on. Or if you choose to help her, the flags will be there and she will obviously be there as well.
Yeah.
That's one layer. Then if you do the mission, you find out that the person who stole the flag was doing it out of righteous reasoning. He was doing it because the church is corrupt through the vampires and didn't want to support it. So then you have the choice of turning him in, knowing he's going to be killed. He's stealing it because it's the right thing to do to not support these vampires. So you either have to kill him because it's like, well, you did steal this thing. I'm helping out this lady, or let him go, which has other ripple effects. So the big thing about this game is time moves forward, and
whether or not we're interacting with the side stories or not.
Whether you're not interacting with NPCs and progressing story events, it will move forward. So choosing to not do something is just as consequential as doing choosing to do one thing or the other.
That's cool.
And I like that.
I really like that.
So yeah, that's my first pick.
Yep.
What about you?
Done.
Next up.
My next game, bit of a fun one. So this one's it's called Orbitals. So it's a puzzle adventure game developed by Shape Farm, and it's a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, and it's a co-op game, couch co-op, well, online co-op as well. It's definitely giving 80s nostalgia anime vibes. It definitely, it looks like watching Astro Boy, playing this game.
Yes. Yep.
Definitely the studio, and it's the studio's based in Tokyo, and the anime style definitely holds a can. Definitely makes it seem like that. Puzzle adventure multiplayer seems like a really good fun game. I'm just excited to play this. The fun thing is that it's made on Unreal Engine 5, but it doesn't feel like doesn't look like an Unreal Engine game either. So it can be done, people. Unreal Engine 5 slop can be made with just a normal Unreal Engine 5, no slop.
Yeah.
Excited to play it. I've done a little Josh thing here where I've done a pre-order of Switch 2 games. Getting that physical release from EB Games because they're few and far between. And this was one of them.
Yeah. I think Kepler is publishing it, right?
Yeah, Kepler Interactive is publishing it.
Yep. Yes.
Very excited. Excited to play it. Want to play the 2-player aspect. Hopefully Sam's down to play it. Or if she's not down, I'm definitely reeling you in to play it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Yeah.
Next up for me is a bit of a cop-out, but I am excited to play it and see where it all lands, and that's Wolverine, which I believe also launches in September. So obviously Insomniac Games, the team behind Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank. I'm intrigued for a few reasons. One, I like the character. Two, I like the team. And three, this is a game that was announced alongside Spider-Man 2. So it has been long in development.
Very long.
Yeah, lost a few directors along the way. I believe the current director now is the previous director of the Resistance games. I believe Resistance 3. And from all accounts, it looks like a game I will like. I like that it's not open world. I like that it's linear. I'm expecting a 20-hour cool, bombastic story where I play as Wolverine. I'm expecting to see crossover with other Marvel characters. It's bloody, it's gory. As long as the combat keeps developing and it's not a one-trick pony and it's like, ooh, gore. Which Insomniac, like, their pedigree is really fun combat, whether that's shooting a gun, strafing in Ratchet and Clank, or, you know, melee combat with Spider-Man. So my hope is that this all comes together, and I just think this is a pretty big release, specifically out of Sony first party, but to have a Wolverine game be exclusive to your ecosystem is probably a good system mover if you're still selling consoles. And I'll be buying this on disc physically. I don't know how much more to say. I don't know. What about you? Are you excited to play this one?
I am excited. I wanted to choose things that are like slightly different and things that are outside the norm. So, I mean, you chose Wolverine. I'm definitely going to buy this. I am also going to pick it up physically. But then there's like games that are upcoming, which you know, with you got our Grand Theft Autos, Halo, stuff like that. And they're just games that I know are the obvious answers, and I'm just trying to think of games that are a little bit in between. You know, like honorable mention before my third one is Trails in the Sky, the second chapter, which is I know that will probably be an in-between game while we're looking for a bit of downtime.
In September it launches. I'm like, why?
I know. That's it. And like I had 2 September games in here that I was thinking, and like all games I'm going to try and pick up physically. And actually, what was that? Actually, we'll touch on it later. I just want to go on that quick tangent of that tweet that you sent me. But we'll talk about that just after I say my third one, which is another September game. Yeah. Coming out in, I think, the 23rd. It's Fire Emblem's Fortune's Weave. So I really enjoyed Three Houses. I thought that was actually a fantastic game. C tier, as we said, previous podcast. But this game definitely looks like it's going to hit pretty hard. The narrative seems to be a lot more interesting to me instead of just having like a schoolyard like thing. It's more royalty, and I think we spoke about it when we were playing Metaphor Refantasio. Yeah, exactly. So you're going from school to the royal, and I think this will probably captivate you a little bit more as well if you're down to play it. Are you gonna? This wouldn't be your first Fire Emblem, would it? If you were to pick it up,
it would be.
Oof. All right. I'm gonna have to let you know how it goes. And you know what? You can borrow my physical copy if you need it.
Thank you. It's one of the many benefits of owning physical media.
Yes.
I just wanted to touch on, because I just brought up a list. These are the games I'm buying and playing in September. It's insane. So Blooded Dawnwalker, September 3rd. The day after, Onimusha Way of the Sword, September 4th.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that.
2 games. Marvel Wolverine, September 15th. That's 3 games. Trails in the Sky, second chapter. 4 games. And Control Resonant, end of September. So what's that? 5 games I have pre-ordered, and I will likely get through maybe one of them that month.
Most likely.
And then for you, you got Orbitals and
Fire Emblems and Trail in the Sky.
And Trails in the Sky. Yeah. So
which I have to pre-order because tracking down that physical is hard.
Don't make the mistake I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's just annoying because it's like, now that I'm into this series, it's all going to be. I think if released records go as the way, we'll get part 3 next year. Well,
Yeah, which is amazing for a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But then it's all digital after that.
Sad. I mean, for you, I got them on Switch, so
Yeah, I'm going down with the ship.
Yep.
Last one for me. October release. Vampires. Castlevania. Belmont's Curse.
Oh, yes. Honorable mention for sure. I'm definitely going to play this game.
Previews have just dropped over the last few days. Gaming sites. I watched a few minutes and I'm like, yep, that's enough. I'm out.
Yep.
It's so good to be back. I love we're getting these old school Metroidvania series return. And, we spoke about Metroid before, but now Castlevania. I mean, this is the first 2D Castlevania game. If you don't want to include Mirror of Fate, which is 3DS.
Yeah.
Very long time. Do I hope we get a AAA Castlevania game? Yes. Do I think we're going to get one? Yes. But I will very, very much accept a 2D Castlevania game developed by the same team as... What's that roguelike game where the guy's got no head and he's a flame?
Dead Cells?
Dead Cells. The Dead Cells team.
Well, if just in case you're wondering, the Dead Cells game, I saw it come up in an email. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania PS5 physical is $28 at EB Games right now for Cheap Tuesday.
I might need that. I think I need that.
Yeah. Cheap Tuesday only, so
buy it on a Tuesday.
I have to get it.
Oh, that's
buy. Yeah,
to
exactly.
do it after this call. But yeah, that one is like, man, it looks so good. So good.
Yeah.
Art style,
it looks
combat. Fun. It looks so good. It looks so good, Vinny.
Yeah. I'm very keen for that game as well. Like I'm probably not as a hardcore Metroidvania fan as you are, but I do love a Metroidvania. I've actually played the 3DS Castlevania game and really enjoyed it.
Mirror of Fate.
But yeah, it was a
I don't think so. I don't think you played it and liked it. It's not a good game. This is the Mercury Steam. This is during the Castlevania Lords of Shadow PS3 era. They made a 2D, 3D technically, but a Lords of Shadow spin-off game for 3DS called Mirrors of Fate. I doubt you played it, and I doubt you liked it.
Castlevania DS. Sorry,
You-
let me just...
Probably, there was DS games, which is part of the collection that's just been re-released. Those ones
Dawn
are
of
quite
Sorrow.
good. Yes.
Dawn of Sorrow.
Yes,
Yes.
yep,
That,
yep.
Yeah, that's the one I played. I enjoyed that one.
I was
Sorry.
going to say, I doubt you liked Mirror of Fate. Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
just-
no, I've
that's it,
yeah, that's it. That's our most anticipated games. With a couple of honorable mentions thrown in there.
Yeah.
But just a quick little touch on, and I said that the Matt Piscatella
Yeah.
Teller tweet. If you just want to, do you remember the tweet? Do you want to happy to bring it up and read it? Just have a quick discussion about it.
Yeah. Let's jump into it. I don't have it in front of me, so take it away.
Yeah. So he recently tweeted off a back of a Kotaku article, which was, the Wolverine trailer flooded with about 10,000 comments about discs, which is obviously the whole physical media, you'll own nothing and be happy approach that Sony's going through. And he tweeted out saying two PlayStation video games sold more than 10K physical units in the US during week ending July 11th, 2026.
Yeah.
7 have sold more than 100K physical units in year to date. And that is from the Circana
Yeah.
retail tracking service.
Yeah.
And you were like, you said to me, it's over. It's Jova.
It's Jova.
It's Jova.
Yeah.
And like, what's do you think PlayStation ain't backing down? Are they?
No, I don't. I don't think they will. And it is super disappointing. Obviously, the US is one of the biggest markets for video games. It's definitely top 3, if not number 1.
Yep.
Europe and obviously Japan as well. And it is obviously digitally leaning territory anyway.
Yeah.
But they are the biggest market, so they're going to dictate a lot of what happens with some of their decision making. I don't think we're going to get a change here. There's a few things, and I'm not the first to say this, so I'm not going to pretend like it's my idea, but they do have options though. So one option Sony could do if they wanted to just appease, there is a digital ownership conversation, which we won't even touch on today because that's a full-on conversation.
That's a big conversation.
An important one to have down the track, and I think we've even kind of already mostly covered it. But there is options for them to go, okay, look, PS6 is digital only, right? But maybe we continue to produce PS5 versions of games on disc at a lower capacity so that, most games are going to be cross-gen for into the 2030s, I would say. Just like how we still get PS4 games today. Those games will continue to be available in limited supply on disc. And you can continue to buy physical copies for PS5. That's one option they could easily do, which wouldn't fix the situation, but would at least give people a bit more runway. I think I've ultimately come to the position of, I don't think it's going to change. Part of my OCD goes, I prefer it happen at a generation change. So I go, my selection is here. Everything moving forward is digital, and there's a fight to have there, and that's a conversation for another day. What I want, though, is, and this is something Sony could say without acknowledging the PS6. All they need to say is, we will have ways for your physical PS4 and 5 games to be played into the future, and we look forward to telling you about that at a later date. Just that will... My biggest concern is I will potentially have to keep my PS5 plugged in to have access to my physical games, right? Which isn't the biggest deal. But there's a lot of people who would buy a PS6 who would ultimately trade in their PS5 to get the PS6 because it's backwards compatible. And I don't think it's fair that the physical people basically have their library shut out on PS6 if those same games are owned digitally would work on that system, which it's presumably it would, right? If I brought Blood of Dawnwalker on digital, I would be able to play it on my PS6 most likely. Yeah. Fair enough, handheld, whatever. But at minimum, I think we need a disk drive option. Give me a sec.
Yep. You know what? I agree. I think we do need a disk drive option. The worst thing is that it was funny. Immediately after the tweet, there was that response. Oh, he's got the disk drive.
It's very blurry because I've got the blur.
I
went out and bought a PS5 disc. I don't even own a Slim, right? I own the fat original PS5. I went and purchased this out of fear.
And that's what people did.
Yeah, if PS6 doesn't come with a disk drive or there's no option to add a disk drive, the cost of these is going to go up. And two, I figured if I have this, if I need to find a second PS5 down the track, you know me, I like to have multiples for backup.
Yep.
It's going to be much cheaper and much easier to buy a Slim that's digital, that doesn't have the disk drive already attached. So I will keep this for a rainy day. But, again, Sony should still offer a disk drive for legacy backwards compatibility.
Yes, I think so too.
And I think they might. I still think they might. I'm about 75% sure they will. Yeah. Some people are like, it's not happening. But I think the damage of no discs is huge. But also saying to those people, keep hold of your PS5, buddy, because you're not going to be able to play them on next gen, I don't think will go down well. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's actually very, very disappointing if the fact that there is no backwards compatibility option for the physical media. Yeah. Is that their way of just strong arming their way into saying everyone's digital, deal with it, potentially? But I think with all this backlash, they need to have an option. Yeah. And rumors were they did at least at one stage have an external disk drive. The rumors were originally that the PS5 version one, like the one that I've got, would work with PS6, and it'll just be a different face cover that sits over the disk drive, so that it's that just makes sense. I mean, it's a disk drive at the end of the day. It's the cover that would change depending on the shape and color of the PS6. So it's my hope that they've gone, all right, spin this thing back up because we need to have something. or people will riot, particularly if Xbox does this disc to digital thing that's been rumored to be being announced.
Yeah,
next
for
week.
sure.
And I worry Sony's not sophisticated enough to have a solution like that. And the most simple solution for them will be just bloody make the disc drives and sell them separately.
Yeah.
Be cute about it. Make it look like a PS1.
Cute.
Make disc drives that look like previous generations. Have one that looks like a PS2 or a PS3, and you can choose which one you want. It's standalone. It's a mini version of those consoles, and it sits somewhere in your TV unit. And
Hey,
it's
you
the
know what?
PS1 grey.
People would buy that too. Like, I'd buy that just for a little nostalgia piece. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm such a little fucking cuck for Sony sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I know. But anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. That was depressing. All right. Our other main-ish topic for discussion today, I thought we'd go into a little bit about our game room. Particularly as, Vinny, you've spoken about moving into your new home. You've seen my setups over the years shift and change between my parents' house, our first home, and now our final resting place. So I thought we'd have a bit of a discussion about what we want our rooms to ultimately be, why we collect the way we do, what's the latest thing you purchased, what's your holy grail, what's something you won't sell, things like that. Where would you like to start?
Yeah, I'll go through it in kind of you'll start with the latest thing I bought for my setup. It goes into display pieces as well. So I went to Japan last year. I was able to grab a few things here and there. I grabbed for me personally, because I have a Super Famicom, I bought the Japanese Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 games boxed. I'm a Donkey Kong Country 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
I think it's arguably one of the best platformers of that generation alone. And I just really like the covers, and I wanted to have a complete set because I have the complete set in English box and I have the complete set in Japanese box, and I can leave it at that. Another thing I purchased was for my setup is an analog 3D. So it's the Nintendo 64 clone with the hardware emulation. I've never owned a Nintendo 64 before. I'm looking forward to... Yeah, no, never. I was Super Nintendo to PlayStation to PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then to GameCube, then to yada, 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 Wii U, and then... So I'm looking forward to actually doing that. So those are my two... those are the things I've bought for my setup. What about you? Let's do it like a back and forth. Let's riff.
Yeah. Let's riff. Well, speaking of Japanese games...
Uncharted.
Oh god, this blur effect is not the greatest, is it? I do have the Uncharted trilogy in Japanese. And this is important for a few reasons. I picked up, I think you got me 2 of these. I don't know why. When I was in Japan, I picked up Uncharted 2 in Japanese copy, which funny enough is the only one that has a different cover to the Western games. And I picked that up for a few reasons. One was like, I'm in Japan. And two, it's like, it was Nathan's first holiday. And I'm like, well, Nathan. So I picked up a copy of Uncharted 2. And then when you were going there this year, I'm like, I don't know why I didn't. Can you just buy me the other two just so I can complete the set? So my approach to... Oh, yeah, sorry, I'll save that for later. Some of the other latest things, this is not super recent, but I think it's probably a cool one to show.
Is it the disk drive?
Yeah, it's the disk drive. This is the
Claire
Expedition
Obscure.
33 Collector's Edition that
I
ordered. These were made in very limited quantities. It came in a box. There was this, an art book, a whole bunch of different things. It's actually a music box, so if I twist it...
Oh, I didn't know that.
On.
Oh, and it plays the theme.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear that.
It's cutting in and out, but I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually a music box, which is really cool.
Now you don't know how to turn it off, do you?
No, I don't. I think I just have to leave it now. Is it coming still through?
That's fine.
Anyway. I don't know how to turn it off. But yeah, it plays the theme song. And this is like way too expensive. I think it was like $400. This was made in France and shipped over. They're hand painted.
Yeah.
And yeah, I obviously was in love with the game when I played it. And I'm like, yeah, I want this. So that's not the latest thing that I've got. Like, I just add stuff to my collection all the time. I've actually gone and started filling in some gaps in my PS3 library, because you can see a very clear cut of where I played a lot of games but was borrowing them from my uncle versus when I got my first job. So I've got some like gaps in early PS3, like some really cheap stuff like Little Big Planet 1 and 2, or I realized I never owned Grand Theft Auto 4 for some reason. So like stuff like that, $10, $15 purchases, but I'm like, just to fill in that era. Again, I don't buy games I've never played or never, like, just to collect. My collection is literally what I've owned or played or I've repurchased because I traded in at a time. So yeah, I've just kind of been filling in some gaps in that collection. But yeah, that's probably the latest thing. I did get finally a copy of, because I had this on PSP.
Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter, The Lost Frontier, which was a PS2 port of the PSP game. So just like little things like that where I'm like, you know, and it's crazy going back and looking at these. Look at this, right? Jack and Daxter 1, right? Oh god, this blur thing. Precursor Legacy. Like, full on colored, yeah, and a map. Like, god, missing out. So yeah, just some of the random stuff that I've picked up recently. But yeah,
I really like that. I really like the just going through it because it gives you it's not only the sense of nostalgia, it's the fact that you can open up a map and the things that came with the map, and like it was a selling point. Like, it was less of a big deal, but I remember when they stopped discontinuing manuals, they just put that little warning slip in it, you know?
Yeah, it went from like colored manuals with stuff to manuals
black
and white to like the slip to like printed on the back side of the cover, like for PS3 games.
Yeah.
And then that went away, and now it's just the disc, and then now that's going away. But it's true that you have... So this is my original copy of Jack 2, right? And talk about like...
Terrible cover art, by the way.
Yeah, the US cover was much cooler. Talk about like having a tangible game and the difference between having it digitally or physically. This game I got... So my uncle used to be the game that run the entertainment section at Harvey Norman, right? He got given a press Jack 2 kit that was a demo, but it came in this box, and I can't find it online anywhere. Like, I don't even know if it was an Australian thing or where he got this from, but he got it for my birthday. And he didn't realize that it was just the demo. And when I picked it up and I was like, I think this is just the demo, he took it back and repurchased me this, like the full game, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, God,
I want that demo.
I wish I had it. It was this box. I can picture it, but I can't describe it. It was like it had buttons on it. I don't know what it was. But yeah, like that's just a story tied to that physical copy of the game, right? So, yeah.
In terms of just moving on quickly, in terms of like you talk about games like that, it's like there's obviously games in my backlog that I do want to play as well for my dream gaming setup. I have a couple. Dead Cells, which I played on Game Pass but never actually beat. So I picked up a physical. You saw from last week's episode. Last fortnight's episode. I picked up that physical on Switch, and I'm looking forward to playing that. It is a fantastic game. I've just never beaten it. Speaking of Metroidvania-esque, Metroid Prime Remastered, the one that got shadow dropped on Switch last year or the year before, I can't remember.
I think it was 2024.
Purchased it, never actually played it yet. So, but I have played the first Metroid Prime and I did love it. And after the lackluster feeling of playing Metroid Prime 4, that's a game I played this year actually.
Yeah, that was a
yeah.
That was bad. It just felt like this is no better than the first one, which released 20-something years ago.
Yeah, and it was very lackluster.
Yeah.
So that's another one. And then finally, Sam and I are going to play Majora's Mask. One of the things that we're going to do is play it alongside with a original guidebook, which I purchased.
That's
so
cool.
we're going to play it. Yeah, so we're going to play it because this game is apparently so complicated where everyone's like, oh, it's the best Zelda game ever, but you have to play it with a guide. And which just doesn't seem to me like it's a good experience. But but I do want to, for a fact, play it with the guide because I feel like that's going to be the best way to play it and the most nostalgic way to play it. And also at the same time, it's going to be the most truest experience to playing a Nintendo 64 game on. Yeah, see?
Did you ever think
as he holding up the Uncharted 3?
To Uncharted 3?
No, but that book looks fantastic.
Oh, like it's ridiculous. To Uncharted, like who needs a guide?
It's as linear as it's linear. It's a linear ass game. You don't need a guide.
It's so linear, all right? Like,
but that artwork is fantastic.
Yeah, that's why I kept this all these years. Like, you know, we're having the discussion around games room instead of like this is not where I play. So all my stuff is in my other room. But I've had this since 2011, and it's just crazy.
That's 15 years.
Yeah, and it still smells brand new. You know, it's got a letter here from Justin Richmond, who was the game director of Uncharted 2. Just a whole bunch of like story stuff, artwork. What a time.
Yeah, it's like that Naughty Dog art book that we had that had concept arts of Jack 4, which is I'm pretty sure you also have that as well, knowing you and your
I do.
knowing being a Naughty Dog fan, and it came out. So we got that from. And you got the Last of Us book as well, which is pretty sure you picked those up when we worked in retail together.
Yeah, the only one I'm missing is I've got the Art of Naughty Dog, Art of Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and Last of Us Part 1. I never picked up the Last of Us Part 2 one. And the Art of Crash Bandicoot. I've got all their art books that they've released.
Yeah, nice. But what about your backlog games? Any Naughty Dog games on your backlog or?
No, I think I'm actually pretty. I mean, there's a million things I never got to. But in terms of like what I want to play, I'm more dreading what's coming because I know then I will have a backlog. I actually don't have a backlog.
Have you played and beaten Final Fantasy Tactics?
I have played, not beaten. Just wasn't clicking with me at the time. I need to revisit because I immediately said this is really cool, but I feel like I wasn't quite getting the hook of it.
Okay,
and I didn't give it enough time.
I'd say that'd be a backlog game.
That is one. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and that's you got that on PS5.
Correct. Physically, of course.
Physically, which brings me to the next point. Your shelf organization. I've seen your shelves. You go by platform. And then alphabetical order, is that correct?
Yes, alphabeticalized by platform.
Yes.
I mean, there's no other way to really do it. You're not going to go by release year. That's insane. Imagine that.
That is insane, actually. You know what? Do it like when you're bored one day, just do it and see what it looks like.
Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, like insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got them. I wouldn't say I have a large collection. I probably... You know, you've seen it's a modest collection, I would say. I think it's, you know, a lot more than the average person, but which I've said a million times, I don't collect for collector's sake. But I've got a fairly decent, like if I look at my biggest part of my collection, it's actually PS3, which makes sense because I'm like I was playing, that were my prime gaming years. But yeah, alphabetical by platform. And I have a rule with no platinums, except for PS1. PS1 platinums you can get away with. They don't look terrible. In Australia, just got the silver. I think in the US, they have the green, which stands out.
The green's ugly.
But every other generation, I've repurchased games that I've had platinum because I'm like, that grey case and cover.
Yeah.
It's not
you know what's
good.
funny? My original Kingdom Hearts game was platinum, and I actually have no idea who has it. I lent it someone years ago, honestly, probably like 20 years ago now, and I have no idea where it is. So my original Kingdom Hearts that I originally bought was a platinum edition, and I don't own it.
Well,
which is
that's annoying because like I repurchased, I probably similar 15 years ago. Someone borrowed my Ratchet and Clank collection for PS3.
yep.
That is
That's a hard collection to get.
$70 I have just recently repurchased because I'm missing 2 Ratchet and Clank games in my collection. That, which I did own, and
Yeah.
Quest for Booty, which I had digitally at the time.
Yeah.
Because it was everything else. I'm pretty much got the whole set.
Yeah.
That was an annoyance when I was going through my stuff. I'm like, where is it? And then I was like, oh, that's right. This guy borrowed it. Remember Christian?
Oh. Yeah.
He's got it. He's
Oh,
got it.
well, he can keep it now.
Yeah, well, yeah. $65 later, repurchased.
Yeah. Ouch.
Here we are. Yeah.
For sure.
What's one thing in your collection you'll never sell?
Ooh. I have... I do...
Not your Power Rangers, obviously. Which you sold.
No, not
some.
my Power Rangers.
I
Yeah,
have.
which I have sold some.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of, you like what you like and you don't like. Something I won't sell, I think, is my original copy of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing fancy. So for everyone, it's a dime a dozen in America. It's the American version because I actually had a chipped PS2 and the game, I just have such such good feelings about that game. And for those people who don't know, it came out about 3 or 4 months later in Europe than it did in North America. This one.
Okay.
So for some reason, don't know why, the transition from NTSC to PAL, I don't know if there's certain translation issues or something like that, which is weird, like changing, like adding the U to the word color or something. I don't know. Text translations. But it took three months. So 3 months or longer. It came out like September. And for me, I went to a place in Mooney Ponds that actually imported games, which is, so me and my best friend at the time, we did a bundle where we both got 2 copies of Kingdom Hearts 2, purchased them, and I played the American version first. Mm-hmm. And then that game is the one I'll never sell. And I have about 8 or 9 copies of, throughout, I probably got, like, my Kingdom Hearts collection is almost bigger than, like, some of my other actual console collections of games, which is crazy.
PS2, buy them on PS3, buy them on PS4. Now there's
a
PS5
PS5
collection.
Well, I got like Japanese Kingdom Hearts games. I got Japanese Kingdom Hearts Final Mix games. I got this, and this. So I was showing Sam the other night. I was just ripping them out of the cupboard, being like, this one's this, and this one's this, having a real like autismo moment.
Yeah, like look at this Heartless plush.
She loved it actually. She really liked it.
Yeah.
And that's from the 2.5 PS3 release.
I remember when you got that. Yeah.
Yeah, she loved it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get her one. But that's a game I'll never sell for sure. That's and my copy, I'll save it for my Grail item. But yeah, what's yours?
Yeah, I don't think I actually have anything that I would sell now. Like I was trying to find photos when we were in our first place. I definitely had a lot of just stuff, like random collectibles and like collector's editions of things, which I've ultimately given to my brother and or sold or just simply got rid of. In terms of one thing I wouldn't sell, like I have this, which I actually purchased from you, the Sideshow Collectibles Uncharted 3 statue. Yeah, I've had that out on display, since I've got it, and it's so big it doesn't fit in any of my display cases. But yeah, we all know how important Uncharted is to me, and definitely one that will be on my TV unit forever. I do often think about where it ends, though. Like, what is the end goal here? Because I'm like, I can't give this stuff to Nathan at the moment or Jordan. I don't want them to wreck them. So I probably will give them to them when they're older. But then they're going to have no connection to these things. Particularly like all the Power Ranger stuff that I have in the display case.
Yeah.
What is the end goal here?
The end goal here is to enjoy them. I
enjoy looking at them. It's just it's a nostalgia thing. Like I'm not sitting there playing with action figures, but sometimes I bring one out for a quick transformation. You got it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure. You gotta make sure it still works.
Yeah.
Would you ever get your kids? Are you trying to get your kids into Power Rangers? Is that the next question?
I mean, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And I think what I'll do is, I mean, the reignition stuff, I might just get them to. I mean, they're the kids' toys, those ones, and I've got so many different versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the plan. I just wonder what. I mean, it's so old now. Power Rangers. So the thing is, Power Rangers is. I'm not going to go into it. It just needs to come back. If it came back in a way that was meaningful and got the new generation on board, it didn't need to be this big mass appeal thing. Just give us like what Voltron did.
Yeah.
Just that's enough.
That Netflix show is so good.
If mutant turtles can still be relevant, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mind you, if we can get a He-Man movie in 2026, if we can, if these things can exist, how hard is it
to get some teenagers with attitude?
To just, I mean, it's so cool. It's giant mechs and suits.
Yeah.
And you could do so much with it. But anyway, any Grail items you're still hunting for?
Any Grail items I'm still hunting for? I think I have a pretty good Grail item for me, which is something like I own, which is my copy of Pokemon Emerald, which is a Australian copy of Pokemon Emerald. I think it retails these days about $1,000 boxed. Mine's in like pristine condition. It's my original copy of it. But in terms of Grail items, wow.
That's what paid for my Expedition 33 Collector's Edition, by the way. $400.
Sold your copy of Emerald?
Yeah. Unboxed.
Unboxed, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's the thing. That's what they're little investments.
Yeah.
Sell them, buy something else.
I didn't have a collection, so I was like, this is the only Game Boy Advance game I had left.
Yeah.
And I'm not that connected. Sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
No. But in terms of Grail items, I'd like to get a copy of, Castlevania Symphony of the Night if I could.
$800.
Yeah, exactly. $800. But that's pretty much it. I think any game that is too expensive that I don't want to have physical, I might just honestly sounds really bad, but I might emulate in a sense if I can't afford to own it. But yeah, the Grail item itself, I think I own a pretty good one.
Yeah, for
what
me,
about you?
I don't think there's anything that I want that I don't have. I mean, like Castlevania Symphony of the Night is an example of something like I would love to have that in my collection. But in terms of like something I'm missing or a piece of my collection that I'm missing,
you don't want Concord? You don't want Concord in PS5?
I wish I got that. I do wish I got that. Yeah. But if that was my holy grail, I think I would have an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's really anything specifically I'm after.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the ship's probably sailed. I could probably still get the 30th anniversary ones, but I wish I picked up either the 20th anniversary PS4 console, which is extremely hard to get, even at the time, or the 30th anniversary PS5. I just couldn't justify convincing my wife, hey, I need $1,000 for a console that I'm not going to open, that I already have. Do you mind?
Yeah. She'd be like,
no.
Fuck off.
Yeah. So I do want to track those down eventually.
Yeah. And lastly for me, like a dream item in my gaming setup, probably it's a bit of a luxury item, but it's a RetroTink 4K. Is for people who don't know what it is, it's a digital upscaler that makes the signals from all retro games come out in higher quality and higher bit rate to plug into modern TVs. So it makes it look a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. And then you can have additional filters like CRT filters, so it has the scan lines and stuff when playing those games onto, modern hardware with low latency as well. So it'd be a nice thing to have in case I wanted to play on original hardware every now and then, which I sometimes do enjoy doing, like whipping out my Super Nintendo and playing my PS1. But yeah, for the most part, that's probably the dream item in the setup. It is very expensive, especially here in Australia.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a dream item.
Mm. Interesting.
Yeah. And yours would be the PS4 20th anniversary?
Yeah, I mean that. I was just looking at the prices. It goes for ridiculous amounts. So
Yeah.
I need to jump on the 30th anniversary one if I want it, because I think that ship will sail eventually as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, awesome. All right, shall we move on? Unless there was something
Yeah.
else you wanted to
No, that's it.
nostalgia bait about. Let's move on to our next segment we call Perfect Parry, the segment where Vinny and I try to predict the Metacritic score of upcoming releases. We are neck and neck, Vinny. Neck and neck. Let me just bring up... Oh, I've opened the wrong link. And I've closed the page. Let's bring up the scores. So, the last game we were predicting was Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Vinny had predicted an 86, whilst I predicted an 87. It actually landed with an 84, so Vinny, you were the closest to the mark, getting 2 points there. Just 1 point for me. Probably should explain now the way that the point system works. It'll be on your screen. A correct prediction is 10 points, and then 4 on either side goes down 4, 3, 2, 1. So 1 point to me, 2 points to Vinny, which brings me to 17, and Vinny ahead with 22. Just a reminder, the loser on the Game of the Year episode will be dressed in full clown face gear.
Yep.
Next prediction. Halo Campaign Evolved, launching PS5. First Halo game on PS5 and Xbox. July 28th. Vinny, I believe this one's to you. Where is your prediction for Metacritic?
Okay, so this one's hard.
Mm-hmm.
This one is so hard because it has additional. It's got additional missions.
Yep.
They're doing
Unreal.
It's on Unreal, so you got like I don't know if you've given or taken away points on that one.
Yeah.
Pay how it is. But it is Halo, and Halo is very well received. It's already been remade once, quite well, and it was on the same engine, which was the thing I really enjoyed about that game was it had that select option where you could go back to the original polygons if you wanted to see how it was played, and that was instant. I think that was probably the coolest thing I ever witnessed at the time playing Halo, because I never played the original. But in terms of and the original got a 97
I'm
on.
just looking at it.
Yeah, but the Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition only got an 82. So, and Halo Infinite got an 87.
Yeah, and Halo 5 got an 84.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the Master
Master
Chief Collection getting a 91. So it's all over the place. Like Halo 3 getting a 94. Like I don't think it's getting Halo 3 scores. I don't think it's even touching the 90s.
No.
I'm going to give it a 83.
Yeah. 83. Yeah, this is a really tough one because of all the reasons. It's missing the campaign, it's on a new engine. Like, moving to Unreal alone could wreck this game if it's not done right.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go an 84.
Okay, you're going 84.
Yeah.
All right, you just getting next to me, getting close.
I just need a perfect score. I just need the 10 to get me ahead
you
here.
really don't want to be wear that clown makeup, do you?
No. No. How am I going to explain that? It'd be funny if you won't be living at home at the time. But imagine it's like, hey, Mum, I need you to do this.
Hopefully Sam does the makeup for me, and she'd be like, you look ridiculous.
Well, you could easily win this. You, in fact, are winning this. All right. Well, Vinny, I think this is a great spot to wrap things up, particularly because I can hear my son crying in the background. I don't know if you can.
I can also hear your son crying in the background.
Yeah. So let's skedaddle.
Let's wrap it up. Let's skedaddle.
So thank you for jumping on and thank you for joining us. Again, if you found us here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can find us at Dodge, Parry and Roll on YouTube every fortnight. We're an independent Australian podcast. So I really appreciate the love, kindness and support. Let us know in the comments what your most anticipated game of the year is and or what is your holy grail. Vinny?
May the power protect you.
Bye, physical. Goodbye.